spotlighting students and educators, sharing success stories, showcasing excellence. School Focus.
We've been hiking, and today we're gonna go look for like oxygen and stuff.
We went and hiked up hills and we saw snakes and tadpoles in water.
And we did lots of experiments and I had lots of fun.
I like looking around at the wildlife and stuff, and we saw snakes, so we were looking and identifying what kind of snake it was.
Prince William Forest Park has served as a living laboratory for the students of Prince William County Public Schools for several years. Most students visit the forest on day trips, but thanks to NatureBridge, a nonprofit organization with over 40 years of experience in training young environmental scientists and stewards, students from 2 of the school division's math and science specialty schools, Grand Park Middle and Ripon Middle, receive the opportunity to spend 4 days and 3 nights at the park.
Prince William Forest Park was founded in 1936 pretty much for the reason that you see happening here with NatureBridge. We were founded as an outdoor education area for particularly urban kids. So having NatureBridge come here and run an overnight residential program, it's pretty much like the park coming home to what it was originally founded for.
The NatureBridge program focuses on 3 core educational framework threads, all of which center around the relationship between people and nature. The lessons are intended to teach students to make responsible choices and inspire them to be stewards of the environment. At camp, the day begins early with a hearty breakfast served by Guest Services Incorporated, who shared lessons about how the food eaten by the students affects their well-being. For example, the role of carbohydrates and proteins. Gary Anderson, principal of Grand Park Middle School, appreciated the lessons presented during mealtimes.
One of the things I was really pleased to see was the students having an experience of realizing what they consume matters. For example, each morning now they've been measuring how much food is left at the table after they've had a chance to eat breakfast, and they actually weigh the amount of food that's left. But they haven't been told about the fact that what they pick, they should consume, because all of it does matter in terms of the scheme of the carbon print that we have. It does matter as an individual, as collectively. And what they found is each day they measured the remaining food, it has gone down by a considerable amount because kids are getting the connection.
Breakfast and dinner are served in the mess hall, but lunch is eaten on the trail. Guest Services Executive Chef Sean Andre explains.
The instructors will give the different students something to carry out on the trail with them. Like we have pretzels here, we have baby carrots, we have snack wells. These are sugar-free snack wells. We have a little spread which is mustard today because it is going outside. We have roast beef which we've prepackaged. We have some bread that they'll carry out there, animal crackers, and finally some raisins. So they'll go out into the field, and when they decide that they're all hungry, they'll stop and they'll unpack everything, and they'll have bandanas because they don't take any paper out with them except for this paper. Then they clean up afterwards and continue on their way.
NatureBridge align the lessons being taught at Prince William Forest Park with the Virginia Standards of Learning and PWCS curricula, something 7th grade science teacher Laura Schubert appreciated.
A lot of the concepts we covered right before we came out here, the students are seeing right now. We're studying ecodynamics currently. We'll get into energy flow very soon. We've talked about conservation, some effects humans have on our ecosystems and environments. It really engages the students. It grabs them in ways that looking at a book or a picture necessarily can't. You know, they get to come out here and I think see that connection between what we're learning in school and how it's really applied out here, which I think is invaluable.
Hands-on learning is important because it gives the students an opportunity to work on the experiments themselves. They're not watching the demonstration, but they're actually doing it, so they learn more. They retain more of that information, and they are able to apply the things they learn in class.
Another unique quality that the NatureBridge program offers is the chance for students to choose which activities they want to do versus the instructor choosing for them. 7th grader Michael Curell.
One of the experiments we did was we had to cover our left eye, and they shine light in our right eye. And then when you kind of went like this back and forth with your eyes, it was darker on one side, and then you could see really well at night in the other. So that was pretty cool.
Ripon Middle School principal Gail Stone was excited to send 50 of her students to participate.
You know, it's a very urban area here, and to go away to a camp in the summertime or even for weekends or things like that, those opportunities are not readily available. And I think it's just wonderful that they are able to now have these experiences, and they're good experiences because they really are educational in the fact that it does empower them to have a comfort level with something that they are not familiar with.
As you can see, science is pretty real for these students right now, and it's engaging. They are doing some macroinvertebrate sampling and some water quality testing. We're on Quantico Creek, just upstream of the pyrite mine.
Nature Bridge is a partner of the National Park Service. This was the first time they offered the residential overnight program on the East Coast. Supervisor of Science Curriculum, Jason Calhoun.
And I'm really excited about the potential for continuing this in the future. Bringing in partners, local partners, to support what we're doing here as a pilot, so that it's more than just 100 students, so that we can bring any student that wants to participate in something like this, obviously is the goal.
This is Brittany Hoffman for School Focus, PWCS TV.